So I hope you all had a good Christmas. Welcome to our second video of non-Fact Fiend content. So me and Brad can take Christmas off. Today we're going to be discussing favourite moments fans have had on the channel from the time it's been up. So without further ado, let's go. Also, this is the third video recorded, but the second one to go up. So I am a little bit tipsy, but I don't want to drink anymore because we have shit to do later. So I will be drinking this can of Pepsi, which should not sponsor the video, but I need something cold and to wet my whistle. But so I'm a little bit tipsy, but not drinking in this video, if that makes sense. Just watch the previous one and then the one after this, and you'll get an idea of how much I've drunk. So the way this is going to work is I put out a tweet a day or so ago that I've not looked at all, asking fans to respond with their favourite moment from the channel in the past year. And Brad's gone through that and compiled a list of things that people have noted. And we're going to discuss them today in the usual style of Brad will bring something up that I'm not aware of and I'll improvise my response. But before we get into that, Brad, what's your favourite moment of the channel this year?
This year? Ooh.
Well, while you want some thinking time, should I go into mine?
Yeah, go for it.
It's got to be the increased prevalence of drinking videos. Because we've always planned on doing like one dedicated drinking video. We've not quite had the time to dedicate one video per week to doing that, but I feel like the drinking videos are coming to like, they're starting to become their own thing in their own right, whereas they are very obviously fact-themed videos, but there's something about them that's different enough to qualify them as their own thing. And I quite like the idea of maybe one day in the future, we can just do a dedicated series of drunken shit, because I enjoy them the most. Because afterwards, I get to go home and just sleep at 6 in the afternoon. And that shit's glorious. What about you, Brad?
I'm going to say, like over the course of this whole year, there's one particular video. I wrote this down the list as well, so I wanted to bring it up. It's the fact that they were in the Michelle Rodriguez video.
Yes.
There are so many changes.
Oh, yeah.
And it's played off as like a joke because we don't mention it till the end. But like the green screen that you got behind you, that was the first video with that one in.
We're just using this, like, people are wondering why we're using this green screen instead of the traditional green screen. We just thought it'd make them stand out as being different from regular fact theme videos. Like, the green screen's still here. It's just taking its Christmas holidays like we are. So there we go.
But yeah, because that one was the one where we had a first special guest in my position, which was Josh.
Yes.
Who's
too big for the channel now.
Oh god, he's too. Oh, he's on WWE and everything.
Fucking hell, what a prick.
But it was also the first one you had a tattoo.
It is, isn't it?
So
which people got really pissed off about. Why have you ruined your arm with a stupid tattoo? It's like, because it's my body and I can do what I want with it.
It was because it all happened at once.
Fuck you.
Yeah, it all happened at once in the same video.
Yeah, which we found funny.
But my favourite part was reading the comments and everyone's like, "Where's Brad? We want Brad back." And
even though you're in the video.
Yeah, I mean, people watch to the end, I'm there.
You're in it, but it's fine. You're in the first 10 seconds, they can hear you laughing in the video, but it's fine. So your favourite one is the video where everyone said, "Where's Brad?" How narcissistic of you, you absolute bell sniff.
I think it's just that it's because it was the one where like it just coincided to be one where everything was different.
And everyone got pissed. Everyone hated the change. Including myself, because we changed the green screen, if you didn't notice. This shit's not in any video except this one. So go on then, Brad.
Alright, so I'm going to start at the top of the list. These are either in order of when I saw them on the list of the responses, or just there.
Yeah, basically I put out a tweet, as I mentioned, and Brad just went through that tweet. I didn't look at any responses to it, so he can surprise me with what people think their favourite moment of the channel is.
First up.
Okay.
Short Bluey.
Short Bluey. I think that's one of the strongest moments. So that's from the
Horrible Histories video.
The Horrible Histories video. Probably one of the best ones I think we've done. Just in terms of like how well it's made and like how little I went off topic. Well, the Shut Up Louie moment is amazing to me because I'm not sure if you'll be able to find it because I don't know where I posted it, but someone sent me fan art of me getting slapped by the Grim Reaper, and it says, "Shut up, Louie," and it's like, oh man, still to this day, when I imagine just that fucking dumbass skeleton just slapping a skeleton on the back of the head going, "Shut up, Louie," it still cracks me up. That's a moment that's up there. Also as well, yeah, feel free to respond in the comments with your own favourite moment from the last year or so, because me and Brad will be interested to read it while we're hungover on Christmas Day. Let's go. No, actually, no, it's going on the 28th.
28th, yes.
So I'll be happy to read through this when I'm hungover on the 29th. Hey, it's Christmas, I can do what I want.
Next up, the Rick Astley video, but more specifically, the bit right at the end where you drop the fucking bottle.
Where I'm so drunk, because we drink a lot in these videos, and Brad can confirm, I drink a lot, but he knows how much I can drink. We went to a party the other day, where I drunk, what, 3/4 of a bottle of vodka?
Yeah, it was after filming. You started drinking during filming.
And then that was after 2 pints and 3 shots of vodka already. Yeah. And then we went and I drank mulled wine and cider. And I was still perfectly fine that day. So Brad knows I can drink a lot. So you know how bad I was on that day if I got drunk. Because I get tipsy, but I don't get drunk. Yeah. And that was when I was drunk. Because I was doing shots like well, power through my illness. Trying to like get the super armour that alcohol gives you to just power through the fucking work we were doing.
I don't know if I've explained this in a video. I think I might mention it in the stream. When you drop that bottle, one of my monitors on my desk is propped up on a glass surface.
Yes.
And Karl dropped it on the glass. And
yes.
the fact that it isn't broken is a miracle. That's why I panicked.
Well, I've never dropped a bottle before then, have I? And I think
that is the first time you dropped it, I think.
First time I've ever dropped anything, so congrats to me.
It's not because you weren't doing the throwing around thing. You were trying to balance it on your hand.
Yeah, which is the piss take thing that I was doing, yeah. So I apologise for that, Brad. But yeah, I guess that's a strong moment. It was one that I laughed at. When I watched it after, oh man, what a drunken asshole that guy is. I'm sure I don't live with him. Oh.
I think I showed you a clip of the raw footage when you were fucking out. It was right. You knew this one was coming up.
Okay.
Maybe he's vampire.
Maybe he's vampire. Yeah. Again. Well, the thing is though, if you go to our merch store, which we never fucking advertise, we recently put up a t-shirt with that on it. So if you like that moment so fucking much, why not get me saying it on a t-shirt? But yeah.
I think I was going to do a plain text version at some point as well. So.
Yeah. I never expected that to get as big as it was because like that entire video is like 24 karat gold. And that one moment everyone picked up on. So I'm glad that they did. It's nice to have something people can call back to. But yeah, I genuinely never expected that one line of all things to be the one that people like hung on to of all of our content. So we put out so much random shit, but people they have. Well, yeah, maybe so is vampire. And also as well, it's never stopped being funny every time someone comments it in every video.
Yeah, you don't like block certain people when they do it.
I don't block them, I hide them from the channel. So they can still post it, it's that I won't see it anymore.
Oh, there's people rushing to the comments now and not getting responses.
It's like maybe comment is vampire so no one can see.
Right, the next one is completely on the complete opposite side of the spectrum.
Okay, what we got? Go on.
Someone said they appreciated the way that you stood up for lower subscribed channels.
Yes.
And the fact that each individual subscriber still matters regardless of how many you've
Something we're going to mention in the video that goes up after this one on Monday in more detail. But yeah, me and Brad feel very strongly about smaller creators and like the fact that they are what makes up YouTube. I don't give a fuck about people like the upper echelons. They can go fuck a duck because as far as I'm like concerned, they are not YouTube and they don't represent it. And I don't get why YouTube as a platform continues to hold them up as that fact because generally they all end up being awful because that's what fame and success does to people. It brings out the worst in you. But no, like smaller channels that are out there, you're doing great.
I think the speech you gave was if you went to a club and like to do a stand-up routine and every night you said I can bring 50 people in for definite, that those 50 people are worth a lot to that club, and they should be worth a lot to YouTube. Like 50 people willing to watch your content is a huge number.
Yeah, well, not to YouTube, and the fact that like larger creators would be so willing to write that off because they've obviously achieved success way beyond that, and they can't now see because they're so far removed from when they were at that level, is just disgusting to me. It's like the fact you'd even do that means like I will never listen to your opinion again on anything regardless of this matter, because clearly you cannot. Like empathise with people who were once you, however many years ago. So fuck you.
And now for something completely different.
I love it. Go on.
Christian Sonic.
Christian Sonic fan hat, man. We're going to bring it up in every video we can because because Brad didn't know.
I wasn't aware.
He wasn't aware, so I had to teach him.
But more specifically, somebody said the disclaimers we put in.
Oh, man, those disclaimers. You know what? Put them in again. I'm sure they're in your computer somewhere. Put them behind us so we can... That's why we've got the green screen up you can show us now. But, oh, man. Holy fuck was that? So, yeah, that was another drunken thing we came up with, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Off the cuff. People don't know we improvised so much in this. That was an off the cuff improvisation.
I had to look this up because I couldn't remember which episode we first mentioned it in. Porygon. It's because of the seizure warnings. That's where it came up.
So why not as well? Is this video going to have clips in it?
I was thinking of putting clips in if we mentioned something that had us in. Then we could,
because we don't get copyright struck for our own fucking videos.
We might do, because if we put in clips of us with clips of other things...
That's amazing. Getting copyright struck for linking to a video we made. That oh man. Do it anyway, it'd be fucking funny.
Next up isn't from the channel, it's from one of your streams.
Is it? Okay, so what
have a guess.
Is it when I played Doom and opened that bottle of lemonade, and it went fucking everywhere. Yeah, I stream every now and again. Not anymore. Not after that, in fact, on my own. I tried to open a bottle of lemonade while I still lived in the house with Brad. And Brad just heard, "Oh no!"
I came down and helped him clean it up.
Because I opened a bottle of lemonade, but I'd dropped it previously and not realised, and it went, put the clip in. It exists. You can find it. And it went fucking everywhere. And that Brad can confirm that I spent like 10 minutes just going fucking off on. I turned so northern. I was so angry and so northern for that 5-10 minutes.
You went off camera and got changed while I was on my hands and knees scrubbing your computer, your console, the floor, the settee.
Yeah.
You didn't ask me to. I came down
because you just saw lemonade and I was like, "Oh no, no!" That was an awful moment. I can't believe someone said that's their favourite moment. Me nearly blowing up my fucking computer. And the thing that turned me off streaming for like 6 fucking months.
Princess Leia T-pose.
Your finest creation, but I don't care what you do. You could go work on the next Star Wars movie, and I still say that is the best thing you've ever made. Because it's fucking, and again, completely off the cuff. We did not plan that. It came out of nowhere, and it's probably one of my favourite things we've ever done.
And also, I had to find the video that one was in. I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Battle of Hastings.
Battle of Hastings, Princess Leia T-pose action. That shit's the best. This channel is amazing. Why do people complain that we don't get to the point? I'll never understand. Get to the point quicker, Karl, and don't come up with Princess Leia. Oh.
It's time for David Harbour Minute.
Oh yeah, David Harbour.
The David Harbour Minute.
Can't believe someone caught onto that. That was fun, but it's an idea we never really wanted to do.
It's because we made a joke about doing it again.
Yeah, the David Harbour Power Hour every time.
So we've got to talk about David Harbour for a minute. That's how this works.
Oh, right. I'm not talking about for a minute. The guy's fucking awesome. Like, watch our video about Stranger Things where it was like, suck his dick for 5 minutes. That's going in.
Robocop YouTube thumbnails.
I'm not even mad that that's in there because that's one of my favourite moments too. Like, again, not planned. That's why the laughter you hear in that video, which I'm presuming I'm going to put the clip in of, is it's genuine. 'Cause me and Brad were coming up with it on the day. Like the moment I said, "Oh," then he's got a box KSI, and you can hear Brad physically just stop talking because it just hits him like a fucking sledgehammer. And then after the fact, you were making the thumbnails, weren't you? And you sent them to me, and I dropped my phone. I was in the gym, and I got a message. What's this? Oh yeah, I dropped it. Robocop went. And I dropped my phone on the floor and just like, hands in me, like, what am I doing?
I remember saying to you afterwards when you looked at it, I was like, "Oh, by the way, Karl, insider knowledge, those screenshots in the background are from my Fortnite games."
There you go, bonus knowledge for it. Though that was amazing. And just the fact as well, that's something we just made up because we were talking about fucking Robocop.
Because they were making them like AMAs, isn't it? Like recording his action and
it just
adding
went
like
from
Linkin
one
Park
set
in
to
the
the other to
background.
the other. So I think that's the strength of our channel, Brad, that just we can go from talking about Robocop to making something up like that, and it's solid. Like, out of context, it's hilarious, and that's like the greatest compliment I can think of.
While we're on the same subject, a lot of people are asking about recommending various Photoshop edits.
You come up with some fucking good ones this last year.
So what is your personal favourite?
The thing is, I come up with the suggestions, so it feels a bit weird for me to do this, but I think it's the Gordon Ramsay one. The Gordon Ramsay Rock Lee one, where he drops the training weights with the swear words on them and like breaks the limiters, because I remember howling during that video, but I'm assuming yours is one that's more technical for reasons that people won't understand.
That one was technical because I had to track his the weights to add the words on each frame. I completely forgot about that one because I was thinking Photoshop stills, not about the After Effects edits. So if we're going on that one, there's loads of different ones.
But the one that we did recently was the coughing guy from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Oh, I spent so long.
Yeah, and that's like, it looks simple because it's just like a simple edit of the guy's face and then whatever on it. But Brad had to like, what was it,
I had to recreate part of the background to remove the hair of the guy's wife.
And people will never notice that. So I'm presuming one of your favourites is one that required effort that people didn't notice.
I think the one that required the most effort is Gus Fring. Because there was so much in it.
Yeah, so, and the thing is though, people don't know, that went on for a minute longer than the video. Because I kept adding stuff and Brad got to a point like, "Karl."
I actually messaged Karl.
Saying, "I can't Photoshop all this in.
I can't add legs to this picture, Karl. I'm not putting him on a floating throne.
Yeah, can we just cut this thing short?" I'm like, "Fine, do whatever you want." Yeah, oh man, all like the God Beetle. where he just got
Oh, yeah.
the Piccolo turban on
We've got to mention as well.
in the gravity chamber.
We've got to mention as well Penguin Doof Warrior.
That's another one that you sent me, and I dropped my phone. I drop my phone a lot. That's why I don't get a new phone. Because it's like every time, because I went, is it going to be as funny as that? And I clicked that, dun, 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 dun. It's like, oh my, we even put, the intro starts while the penguin head comes in, and that's why it got me. So you just smash cuts to penguin head. I'm like, oh my God, it's great.
The only thing I'm sad about with that one is that the clip I sent to you to upload
Is the longer one.
and it was longer and it had added sound effects.
Because we can't put that in because we get demonetized on YouTube.
Well, I just forgot that particular one. It was the noise of like the vehicles and stuff. I forgot to put them in on the.
But it's like the copyright strike we'd probably get as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a fucking brilliant one. Oh my God.
Right, let's jump back to video moments.
All right then, what we got?
Your Halloween costume.
What's up with my Halloween costume? That shit was sick. You know what? It's right here. We can get it out. It's right here. Look at that. In the room. Look at that. What a brilliant Halloween costume that was. My silly little stupid white man. Put it back.
Don't do it again.
Put it back on, look. Shit's the best. What are people complaining about?
People don't know the first 2 minutes of that video.
Brad, we couldn't
we
load it.
couldn't film.
Because Brad could not stop laughing.
You can still hear it a little bit, I think, in the final one. But I was bent over on this table, like just.
Do you want to
dying.
reload that bit, mate?
I was leaning over on this table, just dying.
He was laughing that hard.
Yeah.
And I was like, obviously, because I can't see, and every time I laughed, I think we didn't put that bit into it, I laugh in the mask, and the mask sucked in.
Every time you breathed in, it's in the extended bit when I
mask
get it
explodes into my own face, so I couldn't like talk wearing the mask.
But I started laughing even more because you were going. Oh God.
We were going to get a Halloween costume, weren't we? But I forgot to buy one because I've got shit to do. I went, oh fuck, I didn't buy a Halloween costume, and people are expecting one. Because we were going to do, the original idea was going to be the green screen suit.
Yeah, you were going to do it originally.
But then I brought,
you were like, nah.
people have been asking for it for so long. I'm pissed off with how often I get this shit in my inbox. Fuck those people. Because we have that thing lying around somewhere. We just don't want to do it with it. Because as well, like, oh, that was amazing.
It was.
I think it was funnier as well. I think it was funny that's what a stupid white Poundland mask that doesn't fit.
It was the fact that it doesn't fit. Like
we
could have got your mask that fit, but I was not expecting it to look that shit and react that way to your face.
Yeah, and I think, you know what, that's better.
It's because when you originally tried to position it so you could see through it, the bottom of the mask was on your chin and it was bobbing
if
up
people
and
go,
down.
I cannot see through the mask in that video, and it's fucking brilliant.
Next recommendation.
Go on then.
Your appearance in the YouTube fighting game.
Oh my God, yeah, I'm in there. Was it Stupor YouTube Fighter?
Yeah, stupid, something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm in it. You can watch me beat up PewDiePie. More relevant than ever these days. Fuck yeah, saving YouTube. Hell fucking yeah. Go back. No, don't even go back. It's free. Download it and have me beat up Ninja Sex Party. Why not? Send it to him on Twitter. Just saying, look at this dude beating the shit out of you.
We had a recommendation as well for the Big Dick Lecture.
The Big Dick Lecture. Oh, the David Bowie Dick Balls Lecture. Yeah, man.
That's Superman's package, Dick Balls.
How many takes did that take us to get right? Because I couldn't stop laughing.
Way too many.
Yeah, I couldn't stop laughing. Where's the big pencil? Pencil's around here.
It's inside the thing, isn't it?
No, it's not here. The big pencil we used for it is somewhere around this room, but that took many takes to get right because I couldn't stop laughing. So that's one of the few things we've actually planned out properly because I wanted to get it just right.
Well,
so
it was born from a joke.
Yeah, it was
they
born.
always work like that.
We improvised it a bit, but then I said we need to get this just right. So we stopped for like 5 minutes, workshopped something I could say, and then recorded it. But
it was the same with CSI Bake Off.
Yeah, the CSI Bake Off one where we workshopped the idea beforehand because like the improvisation just wasn't working right. But another strong one and good work for you there, Brad.
Jump down to the. I've got a little bit at the bottom that's like overall stuff, and then individual ones are above. So we'll jump down to the bottom again.
Okay.
Animals, various animals taking over the world.
Yeah, we've done that twice, haven't we? It's birds taking over and then sea creatures. We'll probably do one about land animals taking over the world, but they already have, I guess.
We could do bugs.
We could do bugs. Bugs do technically rule the world, don't they? It's like we could probably talk more about some of the ones that could, like those fire ants that all cling together and then are waterproof because they can't continuously like rotate. You can have this waterproof raft of fire ants, and that shit's terrifying, but that's going to wait for a video, because we're not going to give you the gold in this video no one's going to fucking watch. Wait for it in the new year.
But yeah, because we had the birds one was all about the various different birds and what their roles would be, and then the sea one was very
Again,
similar.
completely improvised.
Yeah.
Lost our shit while recording it. Spent the next 20 minutes talking that didn't make it into the video about other shit that could make it in.
Was it which bird was it you said was the dive bomber?
Oh, it was the peregrine falcon.
Yeah.
The peregrine falcon would dive bomb back through the back.
The president.
But we got like pissed off 'cause after the fact. We remembered like, oh yeah, what about like emus and like cassowaries and all that shit? They could have done it. What about all like kiwis? Like the little tiny kiwis that don't do anything. Just tell them to just march in a straight line, become the cannon fodder. Symbiote, trademark Sony Pictures. I will never, ever stop laughing about the fact Sony Pictures got so pissed off. They dubbed that over in the final Venom movies. The joke there was, in the original trailer for Venom, they pronounced symbiote, trademark Sony Pictures, not realising that that's not how you pronounce that word. It's not how it's pronounced in any Spider-Man media.
Or in the real world.
Yes, and because it's obviously symbiosis. Yeah. And they went in and dubbed over the person who said that line because they were so embarrassed by it.
Every mention of it was dubbed over. Like I looked out. I was trying to see if the mouth doesn't change. Obviously, you can't see the movies.
Yeah.
But I noticed it immediately
Because they dubbed it over because they were that embarrassed people making fun. And that's hilarious to me.
Yeah.
That made it into the trailer before anyone anywhere went, hang on, that sounds stupid.
Various examples of us changing the background. The ones I've got written down are in the boring Murray one.
Probably one of the strongest ones we've done. It's one of the few ones where we've actually deviated from the usual format.
Yeah.
Probably the most egregious example of that. Probably one of the most popular we've done, which I'm quite happy about because it means we can potentially do that in the future.
There was also the one with the background that was pink for the Ken video.
Oh yes.
Your t-shirt went pink.
Which people complained about because it wasn't the exact right shade of hot pink.
I mean, isn't that copyrighted though?
Yes, Barbie Pink is copyrighted. People don't know. Barbie Pink is literally, I think there's a Barbie game for the 3DS or something, and the first thing it tells you before you're allowed to play the game, but anyway, it's for little girls, is that Barbie Pink is copyrighted and owned by the Mattel Corporation.
The various hints at things that we will never ever do or show.
Oh yeah,
we've already mentioned the morph suit.
The morph suit, which we do own, but we're not putting in the video.
And things like the Carlton dance.
Which
doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, because we deleted the footage because it's from last year.
Yep. I'm trying to think of some other examples. There's multiple things that we always say, this exists or it doesn't exist.
There's jokes as well that we've made reference to in other videos that never made it in, and we just not got the raw edit out yet.
Oh, there's also, what was it, the one where you said there's videos out there that I'm not in and we replaced me.
Oh yeah, which there are, we just don't want to tell people what they are.
No, we'll never know. Liam Neeson fighting a wolf.
It's a good video.
It was more the fact that mention of when you said every film would be improved if Liam Neeson was in there fighting a wolf.
Yeah, I'm surprised that didn't catch on as much as maybe So-and-so is Vampire. 'Cause I'd much rather have that discussion in every comment section. Would this be improved by Liam Neeson fighting a wolf? Answer, yes. Discussion over. Also, Liam Neeson fighting a wolf is the sickest shit.
The Simpsons, Karl, and the number of times you mention it.
Well, it's a good show.
I think you literally mention The Simpsons in at least 90% of videos.
That or Dragon Ball, yes.
Oh, Dragon Ball's the other one you always bring up, yeah.
It's Dragon Ball or The Simpsons in most videos. Well, it's the two things that I spent the most time as a child, the media I consume the most. So obviously it informed my sense of humour and, the way that I've, grown as an adult the most.
Plus, The Simpsons is you can literally reference Simpsons for everything.
Because they've just done so much.
Yeah.
Even just those first 10 seasons, it's the pinnacle of what humour should hope to achieve.
The crown and glory that is the Air Bud cinematic universe.
Oh, fuck yeah. Why is that not mentioned more? Why have we not brought that up more? Because that's fucking brilliant.
Bring back the Air Bud.
Bring back the Air Bud cinema. I'm surprised in Wreck-It Ralph 2. They mentioned the Air Bud cinematic universe briefly, and me and Brad watched the film, and I lost my shit. Because they say, oh yeah, we're going down to the Air Bud floor. And I was like, oh my god, they did it. They mentioned they've released so many fucking Air Bud movies.
And what about the Arnold Schwarzenegger Hulkbuster gym?
That's a good idea. I stand by that's a good fucking idea. They should do a gym where it's just musical equipment and all that bollocks. I'd go there. Honest Carl's Gym. Coming soon. Never.
That's an ancient reference.
I know. Coming soon. Never.
And the final thing I've got written down.
Okay, lay it on me.
The not particularly video related, but something from this year. The emergence of Big Wangers Incorporated.
What can I say? Yes, I am officially. People don't know it's real. They think it's a joke. No, officially on paper, in the eyes of HMRSC, the government that rules this country, I am and managing director of a company called Big Wangers Incorporated. That is a hashtag true fact. That's real.
I've now started to add to my invoices.
Yes.
Big Wangers Incorporated.
Brad has to send his invoice to Karl Smallwood, MD of Big Wangers Inc. Limited. That's a true fact. That's not a joke. That's a real thing we did. I am an asshole. This is known.
A couple of shout-outs to things that didn't make it in because they were before this year, but this is the first time we've done this.
Honourable mentions. Let's go.
Arcowo.
Arcowo. Probably the best thing you did prior to coming up with that fucking amazing Happy Feet thing in the Mad Max video. Yeah, I think that was the very first video we drank in, isn't it? So that was the start, the genesis of the drinking videos.
It's one of them. Like around that period is when we were drinking.
So that's the video I went, fuck it. I generally drink in most videos, so I get quite nervous for my time acting on stage, where I'd always need a drink to stop my mouth from drying out. So I thought, oh fuck it, there's beer in the fridge, I'll just drink that for this video. And it just went places, and it came up with Brad Crane, the Arcowo, which you're now going to put in, because fuck it.
And another one that was mentioned, you dropping your DS.
Oh man, people seem to get... I got a weird message on Twitter the other day. It's like, Karl, how big are your hands? Because that DS looks really tiny in your hands. And I guess I'm quite tall, but I never really thought about that before. But apparently, yeah, that's a message that I got. That DS looks tiny in your hands. I can still play it.
You have giant hands.
Giant man hands. I don't know. The easiest way about this is a regular kind of cut. I can almost fit my hand all the way around.
Wait, where's the can?
I can almost fit my hand all the way around. That's about it. I don't know. But it's funny because we've been drinking in the last couple of videos. I've been on these giant beer bottles. It's like double-sized beer bottle. So it looks really weird perspective-wise.
Something we did forget to mention, though, when I was talking about things that we've talked about and not released.
Okay.
Our 10,000 subscriber video.
Oh, yeah, I told Brad to delete that shit. Maybe one day, maybe me and Brad have a fallout and he wants to get back at me.
I still have the raw footage, and I've got the cut-up version of the long shot, not the close-up, which you told me to delete on the day,
yes.
which I did.
So that's the legendary video where we didn't do any of this conversing with each other shit, and I recorded a Fact Fiend video as a straight man of just reading the article out verbatim to the camera, and it was awful and wasn't interesting.
I remember when I went back to edit it thinking we were going to upload it for 10,000, it's so bad.
Yeah, no one would find this interesting, so that's why we eventually decided, fuck it, we'll just do the format we do now, because I find that easier to work with, because my background in improvisational comedy.
And there's the other footage that never got released, it was in videos that never got uploaded, like you in your underwear.
Yes.
The one of you pretended to be a teacher.
That's another one, yeah.
Another one. God, it's hard to remember back now, because obviously
There's the Christopher Lee video we did.
Well, that was the first one.
That was a full 15-minute video, but the audio got fucked up, didn't it?
No, the Christopher Lee one was the one that was close-up. The audio got fucked up. We've remade most of those. It was Bean Wars was one of those ones.
And then the one about Apple sitting in the front of the audience.
That one, yeah.
About the Apple engineers, and they released the iPhone.
And Superman's costume, his size, that one was also ruined. We lost the original David Bowie dress one.
Which we actually remake 6 months later, so I forgot all the jokes, so we could remake them all.
The original one you were talking about him being a unicorn, I don't know if that came back.
I think it did, yeah. David Bowie's too beautiful. He's like a unicorn in Harry Potter. Because that joke was just too funny not to redo.
And last thing I'll bring up, just for people who've stuck with us this long.
Okay.
Yeah. The first ever episode, Karl.
The first ever episode, that's what I contend.
District 9.
I contend that's a good episode. I feel like it's a good introduction to the style we were going for. And we've just refined it over this past year or so. Because I don't feel that's any different from the format we do now. I'm just a bit more confident in myself. Yeah. And obviously your editing's got better, and we've obviously had more time and stuff
to have a microphone.
Yeah, you have a microphone, that sort of shit. But I feel that's a good introduction. I am proud for that to be our first video, to be representative of the tone we were going for just before we had the benefit of all this feedback we've had, to make it what it is today.
That's it. That's everything on the list.
There we go. So that's apparently people who follow me on Twitter's favourite moments of Fact Fiend. I'm sorry if your favourite moment didn't make it in. Follow me on Twitter and bug me about it next year if you give that much of a shit. But yeah, thank you for sticking with us this year, and I guess share your favourite moments in the comments.
I bet we've missed some absolute gold.
The thing is, though, I say we have, not being big-headed about it, but there's some shit out there we've done that I think is objectively hilarious to most people, even without the context of the video it exists within. The thing
Archangel Michaels.
Yeah, Archangel Michaels' first Sona and his giant fur cock. That on its own is hilarious. The Robocop YouTuber thing.
Yeah.
That, I hope one day when we're dead in the future, people can still watch that and laugh. Just knowing that it exists, like, without watching anything else. Because, like, yeah, that's my. I'm proud that my legacy as a creator is dumb shit like that. And I hope yours is too, Brad, because if not, you better fucking get cracking on getting another job. Because that's all it's ever going to be. But thank you, and I hope you enjoy your new year. Look forward to another video in this vein on Monday, which won't be as funny because it's more a serious discussion between myself and Brad about the channel, how it started, where it come from, where we are now, what we plan to do in the future. And then look forward to no content for a week after that so we can take a much needed break.
Yeah. For people interested, that Wednesday, which will be the 2nd, is the first day since we started we haven't uploaded a video on a Monday, Wednesday or Friday.
It will be, yes.
That's like almost 2 years of...
I can't wait for all the angry Twitter messages.
I can't wait for our view count to just dip.
Plummet immediately.
Never go back
Subscriber count skyrockets downwards.
Just suddenly start seeing ads appear, and then eventually you'll disappear and you'll be replaced by some bald guy.
Simon Whistler.
It'll be Simon Whistler.
Thing is though, if we get big enough, I might hire him to just do a week of videos just to see.
It'll be amazing to put Simon Whistler there and try and
then
have
do
him
me behind the camera so I can ask him the dumb shit question just to see him step out his comfort zone. Oh man.
That's a point. We've never had anyone in front of the camera except you.
No.
I'm trying to think, like, no one's on one of these videos. I've never walked in front. I think the top of my head might have been in one of them.
Nobody
I'm in the second channel, but no.
As long as I'm in charge, no fuckers step in front of this camera. My ego won't allow it.
I think right now I'm going to walk in front of the camera and I'm going to cut it. The first frame you see part of my head.
Go for it, yeah.
Just
do that.
To annoy people.
Just do that, okay.
Let's do this.
Are you sure you're tall enough to walk in front of